Hey, it's Josh Brown. I'm here with Michael Batnick. We're about to play our favorite game, What Are Your Thoughts On? And Michael does not know what I'm going to ask him, and I don't know what Michael's going to ask me. Stick around. Okay, Mike, my first one for you is, we've been hearing for years we're about to get into the best possible environment for unconstrained bond funds. All that had to happen was rates go up, maybe the dollar doesn't go up, or whatever the mix of things that had to go right. Are we in it? How long can we be in it? Is everyone just going to make $1 billion now?
So is this an unconstrained bond pickers market?
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, what are your thoughts? Unconstrained bonds, like, is now the right time? We've been hearing that it's coming.
I think being constrained is difficult enough, and being unconstrained just adds layers of complexity.
Why?
If you could go into currencies both ways, bonds both ways.
Short bonds, long bonds, short some, long others.
Yeah, so when was this like the hot topic? I think it was after the taper tantrum in 2013.
2013, if you weren't selling advisors on the need for unconstrained bonds, you were basically
So
out
this
of
was
business.
like what everybody was talking about before smart beta. And I don't know, we'll see. I don't know.
I'm convinced. All right, it's to you.
Okay. What are your thoughts on a stock that's down 71% off of its highs?
Buy.
Over the last 12 months, it's done $9 billion in sales, and it has a market cap of $1.4 billion. So it's trading at 0.15 times sales. It's got a PE of 4.
How could that exist?
The company is
How much debt?
The company is GameStop.
Oh, because everyone knows for sure that they'll never survive Amazon or web distribution.
I'm saying, is it being discounted too much?
So I feel like this has been a stock that short sellers have been betting against forever. I guess maybe it's starting to work now if it's gotten that low. I don't know.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
$9 billion in sales and $1.4 billion.
Well, have you been to a GameStop recently?
I don't play video games, but from what I understand, like the people are still go there to buy games.
And sell games. People get rid of old games and they get a credit toward new games.
So I'm guessing that this stock pops up on
What is
every
the market cap?
$1.4 billion.
And how much in revenue do they do?
$9 billion in the last 12 months.
So people are saying that revenue is basically useless.
Yeah, but I think it's been pretty steady. It's not been like crashing, so maybe it's just discounting too much. So I'm guessing that this is the type of stock that ends up on every value screen.
Well, what famous value investor is buying it? Like, surely someone must be in it. No one's in it? No one like that we know of?
Bernanke?
Bernanke's in. It's to me now. I've decided, I don't know how you feel about this. I wanted to ask you. I've decided I will never again read or listen to another thing about smart beta. Like, this is just a topic that I'm just done with. Like, in other words, I've spent hours going to panels, reading books, reading articles, blog posts. I'm finished. What are your thoughts?
I just read a 32-page white paper from AQR on the small cap premium, so I'm just getting started.
So you're not done?
I'm only just.
But all right, follow up. Is there anything left to be said? Like, in other words, okay, it works, but not always. And in order to get the benefit of it, you have to stay with it when it's not working. What else is there to talk about? For the love of God, small cap premium, value premium, size premium. Okay, like there's more.
There's always more. I mean, no, I get it. Like we've squeezed the low-hanging fruit, but there's still interesting stuff to be spoken about. Justin Seabeers from Newfound just did a really interesting thing about it, about momentum.
It was a great post.
I get it. If I never see another panel again.
My point is, if you didn't read the Newfound research, and it was great, what would change in your opinion of it? Nothing.
All right. Mortgage rates are at their highest level since 2011. Will anybody ever buy a house ever again?
Yes, because people don't care what the rate is. They care about if they find the house they want. The mortgage rate is the mortgage rate. I mean, is anyone like, that's my dream house, but fuck it, it's 100 basis points more on the mortgage than I thought over 30 years. I'm not going to do it. Do you know anyone that would do that?
Chris?
Besides Chris, do you know anyone that? Nobody would really do that, right? So I saw Han Solo this weekend with the kids, and the theater, it was a rainy day in New York, and the theater was half empty. And then I saw that it only made $100 million in its first weekend, and the last Star Wars made $150 million. Like, what's going on? What are your thoughts? Too many movies?
Probably Star Wars fatigue.
Right.
I saw
too many Star Wars movies.
I saw the last one. I didn't see Solo. I was going to see it this weekend, but I decided,
Right. So like half the country decided,
It's a spin-off. It's not Star Wars.
Like
so,
it's not in the right order.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there room to make like 5 more of these?
Well, there's a Boba Fett one coming out. That could be interesting.
That's great.
I mean, I'll see it when it comes out.
I'll see every one of them because I have kids. But if I didn't, I don't think I would.
I'm waiting for VHS.
Right. All right. See you.
Okay, so Kim K. West is going to meet with Jared Kushner in the White House.
Obviously.
Is this bullish?
On
prison reform, by the way.
It's bullish for her cosmetics line, I would say. Like, look, I said this to you this morning, and I'll repeat it for the camera because I don't care. The Kanye's crazy thing has never turned out to have been right. Like, every time he has a tirade, he gets bigger. So,
but what he's saying is crazy.
Of course,
right.
But that's not the point. He has Trump's attention, and now Kim is like in the White House. I mean, she's obviously an authority on prison reform, so I understand that. But like, they got the White House's attention, whether you like the way they did it or not. I don't know. That's just I guess me sticking up. Michael Kitces did this thing this week about how custodians would be more aligned with their RIA clients and with the RIA's clients if they switched from making their money on trading commissions on tickets to a basis point fee charged, I guess, to the advisor, or maybe not. What are your thoughts on just overhauling the whole way custodians like Schwab and TD get paid?
Okay, I did not see this. What sort of incentive structure is she trying to fix?
Michael's basically saying, and Michael knows everything about anything to do with advisory. He's basically saying that there is a fundamental conflict because advisors are trying their best to not pay the custodian. So if ticket charges are $25, advisors are running money so that they never incur a ticket charge because they're fiduciaries. So he's saying, like, what if it were just an all-in basis point fee and then everyone is aligned, client, advisor, custodian?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to think about this. But my initial...
I need an answer right now. That's what we're doing.
My knee-jerk reaction is you're not going to not trade because of a $10 or $20 commission.
You don't think that exists at all in an advisor's mind? Maybe I don't need to make this sell or this purchase. Not for one client, but for like 500 clients.
Maybe. I don't know. I need to give it more thought.
All right. What do you got?
So there was a story from The Ringer alleging that the GM, Brian Colangelo, has 5 burner accounts.
Right.
He admitted to one of them.
Right. But the other 4 are fake.
Look me in the eye.
Yeah.
Do you have any burner accounts?
I have 2. I don't really use them, though. They're old. They're from like 2010.
Do you check them?
No.
What were they?
I don't know if I've remembered to delete them. They were ridiculous.
What are they?
One of them was like me and a friend of mine taking turns. It was the Stock Rabbi. It could be from 2009.
What was the other one?
It was just like trading based on like when the Jewish holidays are, like just ridiculous stuff. That could still be active. Maybe like Russians have commandeered it. No, I don't. Actually, I only had one. I don't think I had a second one. I think I had an idea for one, but I don't think I ever ended up executing it.
All right, here's my big reveal.
Literally, who has time for that?
I am not 330 Ram Capital.
It's not you?
It's not me.
Well, we could put that internet rumor to bed. All right, I have one more, and I think it's going to trigger you. If LeBron James, with a supporting cast of Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, and Kevin Love, defeats the Golden State Warriors in this coming series, can we put the GOAT conversation to bed? Like, is that just it? Does that trump anything that Jordan ever did or any future player ever will do?
If he beats...
If he does it, if he gets this done, 4 games, 7 games, whatever.
So I think the Warriors take 2 at home, they split on the road, and then they come back and they close it out in 5.
Not what's your prediction?
No, I know.
All right.
I think that will be ridiculously impressive, obviously. I think that the GOAT conversations are sort of pointless because you can never put them to bed.
Agree, but you don't think that would stop some people from saying anything?
No.
It would stop me.
It would. This would make it interesting.
I would say Jordan is like my favorite player ever, but LeBron is the best if that happens.
It doesn't take away from his greatness whether or not he beats the Warriors, and I am not a LeBron fan. I love to root against him,
right?
But I appreciate that he is one of the top 2, three greatest players.
Okay, I'm gonna put it out there. I think like 25% of the LeBron haters shut up forever if he does it.
But what's a LeBron hater? It's like somebody that's been calling
Or
the
LeBron,
pops.
or not a LeBron hater, a Michael Jordan devotee that will not give LeBron his. You don't think shuts anyone up?
Nope.
I guess that's why it's fun.
It depends whatever you watch. If you were 25 years old watching Wilt, he's the GOAT, right?
Yeah, fair. All right, that's it for me. We're going to wrap up here. Thanks for playing along. Leave us your thoughts about any of these topics in the comments below.